Hello, my name is Fox Mental, aka Fox, and welcome back to another review. This time of Wander Over Yonder, newest episode of Wander Over Yonder, the Black Cube, and the Eye on the Skull Ship. Excuse me, but Captain Crunch and ground beef with cheese. Anyway, not in the same order, but what was it? And sour cream. This is the Black Cube and the Black Cube and the Eye on the Skull Ship. Pretty funny. Both episodes really don't. Both of these episodes don't center around Wander and Hater, but they kind of still do, which was kind of cool. It's usually how Wander Over Yonder, at least the Wander Over Yonder have been going as now far. It's somewhat, well, again, not really, but it's a Wander slash Hater episode. Let's start off with the Black Cube, the first episode. It opens up with the Black Cube of Darkness, in this apartment that looks like crap. He wakes up, so knocking at his door. He goes to answer, and it's his, I don't know, it would be stereotypical like landlord who's like, "You haven't paid the rent," and stuff like that. The Black Cube of Darkness is about to suck out his soul and make his eyes go black, but the landlord's like, no, we're not doing that again. You're gonna pay me my rent, or I'm gonna kick you on your hydroponic butt, or something like that. Some big word. Hydronic butt, or something like that. He leaves. The Black Cube's all sad, and you hear the song, "I'm just a little black cube of darkness," which everything that happens to the Black Cube in this episode, I blame on Wander. Because also, like, he floats over this news article, this newspaper, and it says the Black Cube gives up villainy, which he's floating through this rundown little apartment he has. There's a rat in the coffee thing, and right outside of that, it's a cockroach or a big bug there. He's taking a shower. The Black Cube's taking a shower, and then his girlfriend calls saying, "I'm a good girl," and like he's quickly, and like the answering machine catches it. The Black Cube's like hurrying, trying to get to the phone with like the thing on his head, which you see like him slamming the thing, so he's trying to get there. And you hear as this going, the song playing. "Hey, Black Cube, yeah, this isn't gonna work out. I'm a good girl. You're a block of pure dark evil. Yeah, it just doesn't fit. Okay, bye." Boop. And you see a picture of this girl with the Black Cube, and the girl does not look pleased. So that happened. That happened. The Cube then goes on getting the Cube's sad. It's so sad seeing this Cube. It's just a square box, just slightly tilted to show he's sad. So after that, he goes outside. It's raining. He has to get to work. You don't know this yet, though. He's trying to get into his car as these kids ride by on their skateboards. He tries to get to his car. He has the keys on top of his head. And as he tries to push the keys in the door, he drops the keys. Which, he has no hands. And we've seen he can't really pick anything up. So he's trying to get at it, and it's not working. So then he starts doing that like thing where like he about to suck someone's over, which I guess he's talking Latin because the landlord said he's Latin. I don't know if he is saying Latin. I want to know what the fudge he's saying. But he starts yelling in Latin or whatever, and you see the world like warping around him, and then a car drives by and splashes water on him. And then you hear, "I'm just a little black cube of darkness." And then Wander comes out. Then Wander comes back. "Hey there, buddy. Having a bad day?" And like it's kind of a zoom in of Wander and like him looking up at Wander. And, hey, buddy, having a bad day?" It cuts back seeing Wander, the Cube, and the Cube's car being taken away by a tow truck. The Cube and flies after it. Wander went, "Huh?" And Sylvia, you know who that is? That's the Black Cube of Darkness. We gotta get out of here before he sucks out our souls. And Wander goes, "Nah, Sil, it never hurts to help." And he goes on running after it, and somebody's like, "Do you know how many times you say that before we get hurt?" Black Cube Darting is about to suck out the tow truck guy's soul. Wander's like, "Hey there, buddy." And when he does that, the cube looks at Wander, and then the tow truck just books it. And so Wander goes, "Hey there, buddy. You know it's having a bad day, but you should always try to look on the bright side. You should always try looking on the bright side, being good. And if you do that, you'll have a good time. You'll be swell. And you'll be better." And so the cube takes on the advice. Ding! And you see him floating about. "I'm just a little black cube of sunshine." And while he's happily bouncing down the road, people are running away. "Oh my gosh, it's a black cube!" As he keeps going, then he breaks into this toupee. Not breaks into. He goes into this toupee shop to get a toupee. People run out of there. He comes out with this, like, I'm not sure what kind of hair. Something. Hold on. Maybe I can somewhat mimic it. Wait, I almost got it. Something kind of like that. Like, that's how the front looks. Like kind of like that. There's like a classic kind of businessman type hairdo. He's like, "Dude, I'm a little black cube of darkness." Well, that's the music. And as he's going, then there's these three kind of stereotypical bullies. They're all putting him down. "Oh, you're a square. Clever. You're a square. You're trying to do this and stuff. I'm trying to be good to you with that stupid TPD." We didn't say stupid, but you made the three guys. And then the black cube tries to help this old lady who has all this stuff in her hands, trying to get into her house. He opens the door for her, and the lady's like, "Oh, why thank you, well, thank you. You're such a nice black cube of death." And she slams the door on his face. I believe the toupee falls off, if I remember correctly. So the black cube goes to his job, which he works at their version of McDonald's, or a fast food place. I think it would be more In-N-Out Burger, if anything. His boss looks exactly like his landlord, which there's some jokes in here and like some things that are set up that are kind of, I don't know if it would be considered a cliche or a joke that's been seen before, but like I kind of guessed some of these later on because you kind of learn that the two are that the landlord and this guy are brothers, which I kind of guess like they're probably brothers. That or that's the same dude. That's really sucks. And his boss at the burger joint is giving him a hard time, saying, if I didn't need you, thanks for coming in finally. If you didn't need you on registers, I'd kick you to the curb. Now go, or kick you on your hydrogen butt. He says it in another way. He's like, go get some orders. The cube's all sad, goes to the thing with the little hat on, and Wander comes up and he's like, "Hey there, buddy. I would like having a good day. It's such a nice, profound profession. Becoming feeding the hungry people and stuff like that. Trying to brighten up the cube's spirits, cause it is Wander's freaking fault, and I'll bring up why. If you haven't guessed yet, but Wander's like, I'm here to pay you for our delicious meals and give you a gratuitous tip." And he asks over for the little wallet, which has a little star on it, and he tips over and just piles of money fall out, and the cube's like he was a little happy. He takes their order, and then the bullies come in and they're like, "Oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I want and look at this square and he's like, "Alright, then I want this, and he starts making this giant order, and the cube has to like freaking take his face and go into the freaking keyboard to type everything down. He's typing it real fast or whatnot, like there's smoke coming off the thing, and then the little bully's like, "Alright, that's done with my order. And the cube's all like freaking, of course, jacked up. He's all dizzy. And then he's like, and then my friend would like. The cube gets angry, starts doing his Latin thing as he starts manipulating gravity. Picks up the cash register, crumbles it up, it explodes. Money flies everywhere. And the bullies are scared. But they see the money and like, oh, good money! They take it. The cube looks at it. Like, you can tell the emotions this cube is having. And it's pretty cool because it's a cube. It's a cube. And the boss goes up to him and is like, you know you're fired, right? And the cube goes outside. He's all sad. Little back cube. Also, when he's leaving the burger joint, he sees his girlfriend with this big muscular dude who has a triangle head. Does she have a thing for shapes? Is she racist against cubish squares? I think it's just like she likes shapes. But anyway, I mean, how long have I been going? 11 minutes. Okay. Anyways, that happened, and he goes on. He goes on to like this one long bridge. These bullies come, and then the bullies come back again and start bugging him, nagging him, stuff like that. And the cube's just trying to hold it in, trying not to hurt them. He was trying to be good and stuff, and then he's trying not to hurt him. And then one of the bullies, the stupid freaking bullies, the leader bully, falls off the bridge for being a freaking idiot. Falls into the water like, help! I can't swim! And one of the other bullies like, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I sound like Cartman. It's not Cartman, you idiot. Oh my god, you cute Kenny. No. Oh my gosh, he's been working so much on his sick burns, he didn't learn how to swim! So the cube goes down, tries to help the bully. The bully's like, no, get away from me, you cube! Get away, I'd rather die. And the cube, he's trying to bat the cube away, and then the cube has the awesome idea, stun the moron by using his cube ability to freaking makes the guy's eyes black out. He falls down into the water. The cube dumps in, grabs the bully, and lifts him up. And then you see the bully coming up like Jesus freaking Christ. With the light coming from the cube, not the cube turned into the light. He raises the bully up onto the bridge, and then the cube's like, and then the bully's, which then I'm thinking, okay, they're doing the whole thing where like, oh, the bullies were an a-hole, but then they're gonna like him in the end because he helped this bully. I'm thinking, okay, I've seen this. Then it goes, the cube. Then like these people start coming, like, oh my gosh, you threw me in there. No. The worm is like, dude, he tried to steal your soul. What? And the bully's like, yeah, you probably pushed me into that river too. That was your plan all along. The entire town suddenly comes in, and that's when you see the landlord and the boss come up, and they both look exactly the same. They come up, and they're all, they're like saying, no, you are as a cube of darkness, you're evil, and blah, 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 blah. And the cube finally snaps, and then goes, blah, 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 and Yonder is in the back, and like, oh, no. He runs past all of them, and he's like, no, cube, it's alright, and his eyes go black, and Yonder passes out. Which I'm not sure really what long time exposure to that would do. I guess maybe your soul gets it. I don't know. I don't know if your soul. I don't know. I think it kills you. But then Sylvia goes up, picks up Yonder. You. Why did you do this? He was only trying to help. And I'm like, no. I'm like, really? And then I'm thinking, great. Now it's gonna be that the cube's gonna turn evil because everyone sees he's evil, including the hero. Well, one of the heroes. But then Sylvia turns around to the group and goes, he was only trying to help you idiots and trying to be a good, trying to make up and stuff like this, stuff like that. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. He's just had a bad day. Haven't you, any of you had a bad day? which then goes on to a pretty funny joke where the manager, the landlord, and the boss are like going. The landlord goes, "My twin brother forgot to call me on my birthday," which I'm thinking, wait, aren't they born on the same day? And then the other twin brother, then the boss of the burger shack goes, "My twin brother forgot to call me on my birthday." You're freaking idiots. And then they all start saying like all the bad things that has happened to them and stuff. And then it ends because it's been raining this entire time. It ends with Wander singing, "I'm just a little black cube of sun." I think darkness or sunshine. I forgot which one. I'm gonna say sunshine because it was a nice one. And they all start singing, "I'm just a little black cube of sunshine." And you see like water is dripping all over the cube. And as soon as the cube goes up to Wander, the cube does a little smiley face on the. Wander does a little smiley face on the cube's face with the water, and then you see like one of the eyes go down like a tear, and then it ends there. I'm like, aww, the cube is one of my favorite characters now. Well, yeah, now it is. It was one of my favorite characters after the freaking ring, which is why I blame Wander. I guess, yes, now the cube might become good, though I was somewhat hoping that if they do go the route where he does stay evil or something, that it would end with him meeting Dominator, and then the cube would be Dominator's like partner. Because again, like how you said, you have Hater with Peepers, you got Wander and Sylvia. It would have been cool to see like Dominator and the cube, like just to see what shenanigans they could go into, what shenanigans could ensue from that. But yeah, this was a very nice ending. It was pretty cool. It did throw me for some twist, I guess. Freaking, I'm like, okay, it's the one where he saves the bullies, and the bullies like, "Oh, yes, you're not that bad." Nope, they blame him anyways. And then like, I guess, and also this is all in black and white till the end, till they start singing. Then it goes all in the color, which is pretty funny because even like at a point, Wander's like saying, "Look on the bright side of things" earlier in the episode, and you see sunshine come up behind Wander, but it's all still gray. I don't know, maybe this is like a one about depression and also possibly like giving someone a second chance. I'm pretty sure that's one of the main ones. But like yeah, like everything was still great even when it was supposed to be sunshine, the birds were chirping. Which I'm like, really? Like, wow, that's I'm not sure if that's dark. I don't know, but that was a nice little thing. That was a nice little episode. I liked it. What else? I do want to see the cube return. I don't know, maybe this happened to other Dominators, which also, if your professions are burger person or regular jobs or ruler of a galaxy or ruler of planets, dominator of planets, or in Wander's case becoming hero to wander all the planets, I would either choose Dominator or a freaking hero. The middle ground's not something I'd really want to do, especially in that world like that. But, anyways, after that, we have... But yeah, that was cool. I like the Black Cube of Darkness. And I do blame Wander because I'm pretty sure the reason why he gave up villainy is because when he tried to pick up the ring and he couldn't. And that's when we first hear the song, "I'm just a little black cube of darkness." But yeah, that was a nice little episode. And then after that we have the Eye on the Skull Ship, which it kind of starts off with like the guy's like pressing buttons. It's a watchdog in like the monitoring room. He's pressing buttons like, "Oh, hey there, everyone." It's like he has his own freaking show. And he's like, "Oh, hello, everyone," which I don't know who the fudge the camera holder is, unless he's breaking the freaking fourth wall. Kinda. Because we never really see a cameraman. And, like, the only camera we have is, like, us. So, meh. But he's like, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to Eye on the Skull. And I'm here." And he starts talking about his show. It's like an interview show. He's like, I'm the eye that watches everything in this skull. And you want to know what you want to do." And later on today, we're going to have an exclusive call for Lord interview with Lord Hater. And the message thing starts beeping, and he goes, oh, maybe that's him right now. Let me just turn around and boop, presses the button, and it's peepers on all the screens. Are, what are you doing, Andy? Also, it's Andy, which I'm pretty sure we've seen Andy before, which is kind of cool knowing that, like, each of the watchdogs, even though they all are the same, they do have, like, different personas, and they each have their own names. They're not, even if they're, quote-unquote faceless lackeys, we still have characters that reappear in there, like Andy and so on. Like, that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure we've seen Giuseppe also. He appears here later. He appears also, but it's Peepers. He's like, no one's, he says, do your job, Giuseppe. Do your job, Andy. Do your jobs. Forget about this show. Hater doesn't want to see you and stuff like that. He's like, oh, but I always do my job. He's like, no, you don't. And boop, and it turns and he cuts off. Which I was kind of hoping, because you see the monitors and they're all doing something mostly, and things were happening in the monitors. You see the watchdogs walk around and stuff. So like I was kind of hoping somewhere I was gonna see Yonder. Maybe there's a frame or something where you see Yonder run across one of the cameras or something. I thought that would be cool if like that is somewhere in there. But Andy goes, well, it's okay, loyal viewers, because I know you all want to see a hater interview. We're gonna get you a hater interview. But till then, let's keep looking around. As it goes, it's like, and like you see like, I don't know if it would be considered crappy Photoshop. It looks like something you'd put up with PowerPoint. Like a music's playing, like, do, 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 do. And you see all these pictures, like dogs with, like, the watchdog helmets. Stuff like that. Hold on a moment. But you see, you see, like, little things like that. Like, something that you'd use PowerPoint to do. Or, like, Flash. Like, a real quick Flash thing. You see colors. And, like, he appears in, he's in the cafeteria now. He's like, you know, we're interviewing the watchdogs. You know what they're having for dinner today. Which I looked at their plates. Like you can see their plates. I'm like, it's a taquito. It's a taquito. I know it's a taquito. It's gotta be a taquito. He's like, sir. And he goes, asks the water, sir, what are you eating today? What was it called? Not chimichanga. Not a taquito. It wasn't a taquito, sadly. It was fuck, what was it? I forgot what the fudge it was. It's not a taquito. It's not a burrito. It was a quesadilla? Quesadilla? Fudge, I forgot what it was. But anyways, it was something else. Wasn't a taquito. A quesadilla. We're gonna say it's a quesadilla. And he's like, even though it wasn't a quesadilla, it was something with a T, I think. Tranquil taquito. Hold on a moment. An enchilada. That was it. Good thing I know people who know about food. An enchilada. He's like, it's an enchilada. Am I on TV right now? He's like, hey, yeah. Yeah! You see all the watchdogs then like group around the camera like, yeah! Yeah! And there's a watchdog that like pulls up his shirt and like he's like, and it says enchilada on him, like tattooed on him. And then it goes into the kitchen and it goes, Andy asks the chef, and the chef's like, you know, where's the chef thing? I believe he even has a mustache too. And he's like, sir, how do they eat? How do watchdogs eat? Do they just shove it in their eyes? But anyways, that's still a pretty good question. How do they eat? But, they keep on going. He's talking to the chef, and the chef grabs the microphone while like Andy is holding it. He's like, Andy goes, what made you want to make enchiladas today? And he's like, well, yesterday was Taco Tuesday, and we had a lot of leftovers, so I didn't want the food to go to waste, so I made enchiladas. And he's like, well, fascinating. Well, and then the guy grabs the microphone again. He's like, yeah, you see, like, about ground beef and stuff, you can't, you can't, eat, like, he does say, a few times if I remember correctly. you can't leave it in for long. You see them fighting for the microphone, and then Peepers comes in. He's like, Andy, what are you doing? Andy, what are you doing? He's like, oh crap! Andy runs, and then it cuts off, and he's like, boop 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 doop. It has like one of those things again, like boop 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 boop. And then it goes to oh, so he's saying like, did Lord Hater like enchiladas and stuff like that? And he's like, and the show's like, I don't know. He's trying to learn things about Lord Hater. Then it cuts to level H8. Hate. Subtle. But on this level, Andy's like, we're in Lord Hater's sanctum of like his own private level, to where only his inner circle can be. And like you see, like on the sign on each door, it's like a watchdog's face, and it just has a circle and an X through it, slash through it. So I'm guessing saying no watchdogs. But he's like, we're gonna see if we can find someone in his inner circle to get the what is it called, the DL? I forgot. Get the info on Lord Hater. And as he's walking, we see Captain Tim again, which we haven't really seen him for a while. But we see Captain Tim again. He's being walked by this other watchdog, and he's running around over the hallways as this watchdog's and he chases him down. He's like, sir, how does it feel? How does it feel? He chases him down. He's like, sir, well, I would give anything for me to be in help you to be something, not help you, but like do your job as Lord Hater's personal walker, pet walker and stuff. He's like, really? Well, here, you can have it. And he grabs the leash, and Captain Tim just goes, whoa! And boop 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 boop. And then it cuts back like they're in like the meeting room, and you see Andy's all jacked up, and he's like, we're here at Lord Hater's rally. We're getting a hookup at the infirmary. I now have now being at Lord Hater's being out of the infirmary, my team, not a team, but these guys hooked me up with knowing about the Lord Hater's pep rally they're having today. And this guy's all the way in the back of the pep rally, and you see Hater on stage, and he's like, well, I'm sorry that we can't really hear or see him that well, but I'm going to give you all the exclusive I'm going to give you as much as I can. He says, he's talking about his worst enemy, Lord Dominator, and how he's going to try to win. He's going to settle the war for her heart. Wait, that can't be right. He's like, and Peepers up there yelling at him. He's like, oh, Peepers seems real angry. And then then you hear screaming, and then like, and he looks like, oh no, he took out the shotgun. Funk, funk, funk. And they're shooting the shotgun at people, and it's like a freaking war zone. You just see, oh my god, run! I believe there's even shaky cam in this. Oh my gosh, run! You see some people are hit by the shirt, and like they pull up the shirt like if it's blood or something, like, oh! And then Andy gets hit with one. He's like, oh, and gets knocked out. Then he wakes up with his shirt on. He's like, I heart Hater. And then Peepers comes in, and he goes, well, Peeper walks up to Andy. He's like, what are you doing here, Andy? This isn't your job. You're not at your post. You gotta stop this stupid show. Stop doing the show. And then it cuts off. And it's back. And he gets real sad. He's just in his job, just going, Sector 7, clear. Sector 8, clear. Sector this, clear. And he's like, oh, sorry, everyone. I have to be here now because, wait, I believe this is what happened. He's like, oh, no. He, before that happens, before that happened, he still is trying to do his show. He goes, he's like, well, sorry, everyone. I'm gonna have to do the rest of the show from in here because Peepers. Because if I don't, I'll be fired. I have to stay at my post. So but I did get my interview with Lord Hater. Hey there, Hater. And he has like not a sock puppet, but a bag puppet, like a paper bag. Oh, hey there, Andy. I'm Lord Hater, and I'm here to say you guys are the greatest. You're the backbone of this ship. I really love you. You guys are awesome. And then Andy's like, who am I kidding? I'm sorry, everyone. And while this is all happening, in the background, you see Hater walking like across the screens. And he's like, I'm sorry, everyone. I just wanted to give you guys something good, and I'm just real sorry that I couldn't get even an interview with Lord Hater, and just sorry. And then Lord Hater just so happens to walk through the door. He's like, oh, yeah, my printer's not working, and he says I need toner. Are you Toner? Like if Toner's a freaking name. And the watchdog's like, oh, and then Hater's like, Hater looks at the camera and, wait, am I on TV right now? He's like, yeah. He's like, where am I? Where does this go? Like how many? Like where does it go? He's like, and he goes, well, like everywhere. And he was like, really? And it cuts off and then comes back and then it looks all professional and stuff. Like there's a big table and Andy's there. He's like, hello everyone and welcome to Eye on the Skull Ship. How long has this been going? I'm sorry, I'm just double checking. Jeebus. But he's like, hello everybody, welcome to Eye on the Skull Ship. I'm here with Lord Hater. And the Hater's like, hello there, Andy. And then Hater takes over, kicks Andy off. He kicks Andy over, knocks Andy over, and Hater's like, yeah, all everyone in the galaxy, you better know that I'm Lord Hater, #1 superstar, and the greatest in the galaxy, and I'm not gonna let any of you take my things. You, Lord Stupid, or like, I think it was Captain Awesome. You're stupid. And then, Andy gets up, he's like, sir, it doesn't really go everywhere around the galaxy. And Hater's like, come again? And he's like, well, yeah, it's only in the ship. And Hater's like, wait, how many people even watch this show? He's like, I don't know some specifics. But it has the potential to be viewed by everyone on the ship. Yeah. And Hater gets really angry, like, well, this just ain't stupid. A show for Watchdog, that's just stupid. And you're stupid. You know you do it. Hater out. He disappears, and then Andy looks all sad. And then Hater reappears again, just to flip the freaking table, and then disappears again. Which is that sad, and then which Andy again is sad. That's where I think we come to the point where Andy's just pressing the button. Sector 7, clear. Sector 8, clear. Sector this, clear. And then Andy goes, sorry everyone, I can't do the show anymore. And like he gets real sad and stuff. And it's real sad. And then suddenly Peepers comes up on the freaking monitors and whoa, I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. And Peepers like, no, you idiot. No, you idiot. All the watchdogs are rioting because their show's off. And all the watchdogs are like, woo! And they're all angry and stuff. They're like have signs like Andy, or bring Andy back and stuff like that. And Andy's like, they really liked my show? And so he's like, yes! And people goes, yes! You better freaking keep doing the freaking show! Because there's a riot on our hands! And apparently the Watchdogs liked having a show about them, because he was interviewing everything and doing it for the Watchdogs. And then Andy gets happy and stuff like, look everyone, looks like the show's back on! And then it ends with him inside. Well, he's getting like fitted for a suit by the Watchdog Giuseppe, who I guess is the outfitter on the ship. And he's like, Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to. I hope this is like his full job now, because that'd be awesome. Welcome back to On the Ship with a show for watchdogs, by watchdogs, and by a watchdog. And we're here with Giuseppe. Giuseppe, tell us your secrets. And Giuseppe says, "Well, you see, watchdogs have very tiny necks, but big heads, so we have to make the necks very stretchy." He's like, "Huh? I see. And it ends with Hader and Peepers looking at the show. He's like, "Why would anyone watch this? Because I'm Batman, apparently. So why would anyone watch this?" And Peepers like, "I don't know, sir. I don't know." And ends there. This is a fun episode. It kind of reminded me of one of my... It is a fun episode. It's kind of cool, like... something like it's kind of like follow your dreams, because hopefully you'll be able, they'll come true. But this was it was a nice little episode. I always dislike it when something bad, like something like that, happens to the character. Like even me, like I kind of got thrown for a little bit of a loop, because I thought like it was gonna end with Hader actually like going to do the interview, and then like he could probably get the interview or something. Turns out, no, Hader thinks it's stupid, and does the last thing to kick Andy off show. But but it's cool seeing Andy now has that little show or whatever that might come back later on, which would be awesome. Also, I think Hader might have gotten some technology from freaking Time Lords. How the fuck is all that stuff inside that one tiny freaking ship? Because it's way, way bigger on the inside. But, again, very fun episode. I do want to see more of this. I'm sorry. Just tired. But, this was a fun episode. It was nice seeing this little thing, seeing from Watch Dogs now. And it's pretty funny seeing Watch Dogs from that point of view with the t-shirt cannon. Just boom, boom, boom. It was like a freaking war zone. It was pretty funny. And let me think, because each one, like even like each of these episodes, it's like each of these two episodes that came, like each of them were around a side character, not really a main character. Like again, like main characters being Yonder, Sylvia, Hader, Peepers. Dominator right now is more just an antagonist. Right now is an antagonist. But like both these episodes were little side characters, which you kind of felt bad for both of these characters. But it kind of worked out in the end. I do want to know what happens to the Black Cube later on, but fun episode. Tell me what you guys thought about these episodes in the comments below. I'm sorry if these episodes are a little bit long, but it really, let me see, how long is this? 38 minutes, yeah. So about one of my reviews usually is about 18 minutes or something on there. So it kind of evens out if you think about cutting these in half. But anyways, these episodes are very fun. They had a few. The jokes were pretty good. Not well. You do still see Hader still lovesick for frickin' Dominator. Don't know what's gonna happen next, but hopefully it has some fun and hopefully there's some good laughs in them. But it was a pretty good episode, and can't wait to see more. Itchy head. But either way, a very fun episode. Tell me what you guys think about it. Tell me if there are any other Watchdog, because I know a few Watchdogs. Also, I forgot about the trainings. They go to the after the cooking one, if I remember correctly, they go to the training room where the Watchdogs are training. Which, like, let me just add this real quick. So they go like, here they learn Sylvia fighting techniques. They try to fight against a bobblehead of Sylvia, which beats the crap out of the Watchdogs. And then there's another one where he goes, and wander prevention classes. And the guy who's there is like, all right, everyone. And he has like a Wander doll like on a rope. He's like, all right, everyone, you must not care if Wander wants you to play carnival games, even if he gives you presents, even if he knows each and every one of your names, and knows what food you like and what time your birthday is, and he's just a swell guy. And Peepers knocks the guy out and says, "No!" Ken starts stepping on the Wander doll and just kicks it. He's like, "He's bad. He's the goodiest good guy ever. Screw it. No! Don't like him." That was pretty funny, but it was a fun episode. Peepers, and like it kind of gives, like, it's not just like if you watch other things where it's just like a faceless army, because like each character has only, you know, that one face. Each character, even if they all look the same, they all had their own personalities and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. You see that, like, you kind of get like how the watchdogs are and stuff like that, which again is pretty awesome. But either way, they're pretty. Again, I keep saying this, but they're fun episodes. Check them out for yourself. Extremely fun. Can't wait to see more. But either way, thank everyone for watching. If you want to check out more vlogs that I've done, check the link in the description below. This week I am doing hopefully all the Adventure Time episodes, the Steak series, Marceline Steaks, Adventure Time Steaks. So keep lookout for those. I'll probably be uploading one of those each day. But thank everyone for watching. Please check out all of the videos, and we will see you later.